Alright guys, I have another challenge lock for you. This is March Forward, pinned up by Fast Charlie, 3/22 of 2018. There's the key. Now, looking at the keyway, you may notice that is not the SE1 or the SE4 keyway, but this is an SE8, I think, unless it's an SE9. Yeah, this is an SE8, so that ledge on the left is a little bit lower down, and actually you have more room, in my opinion, than the SE1. So there, here, I have another SE8 around here. So the one on the left is SE1. The one on the right, that's the SE8. So I feel like it's a little easier to work off of that ledge. Well, anyway, just a little so you know. I bet most of you knew that already, but some of you may not. Oh, alright, sorry. Okay, here we go. For this pick, I'm going to try pry bar 50 thousandths, top of the keyway, and the Peterson hook number 1. I've been really liking this one recently. It's very reliable, and I can put a lot of stress on it and don't have to worry about it breaking. I have played around with this lock just a little bit, just a second ago, to try and figure out if this pick was right profile or it needed something else, and it seemed to be working. The lock didn't open, but I don't play it for like a minute or so. Gauge dropped in a little false set, you can see. Okay, set that to put a little bit deeper false set. That click sounded too solid, if that makes sense. So I knew that I had overset it. It wasn't the right sound for a click, if that makes sense. You know how when you're what's that? I'm slipping out. When you're picking a serrated pin, it makes small crunches, and then it makes a final crunch where it actually set it. And the serrations feel different than when you finally set it. For me, that's how oversetting things feels. Not always, but sometimes I can tell that I forced something in place and it wasn't supposed to be there. Let's see, where are you? A little bit moving off of 1. Hard time finding it though. Let's try this for just a second. That should work. Okay, switch to a Z bar with the SE8 keyway, or the SE9, just one's 5-pin, one's 6-pin. I feel like this thick Z bar sometimes works. Come on, I feel like it wants to set. Okay. There we go. Lock is open, okay. So I had to kind of force number 1. At the end I wasn't even applying tension, I was actually completely off. And counter-rotating just a little bit. Let's see what we have here. Alright, a circlip. Get that ready. There we go. Surprisingly simple. I'm almost a little bit worried how that was so simple. Okay, let's shim, because with Fast Charlie you never know what kind of craziness you have up here. So I've had a few of his locks, and I've only been able to open maybe half, if that. I'm gonna actually use a hollow follower for this one. Even though I have a shim, I'd rather not chance it. Yeah, that should work nicely. Ooh, look at that guy. If you're not careful, you could have a pin fall in that. Okay, so the key is a 5-pin key. So this is an SE8 key. Right? Right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Started thinking I was crazy. But he pinned it up with 6. Very tricky. So it's like this is an SE9, even though the key is 5-pin. Number 6 that you barely had to set whatsoever. I'll get the key pins out before I look at the core. Whoop. Interesting. Either some of these are rough or he made key pins out of driver pins, I'm not sure. Okay. The core, nothing in 1, nothing in 3 and 4, but 2, 5, and 6 have serrations. Oh, have threadings. Very nice. Get that follower out of the way. Start with the back. Don't need our shim anymore. Beautiful serrations. That is some really, really excellent craftsmanship. 4 is nice little serrated key pin. Very weak spring on 4. I said 4. 5 is a serrated key pin. 4 had a very weak spring. Oops, I've been leaving in the springs. 6, little spring. 5, even smaller spring. 6, similar to the first spring. Okay. From the front, what do we have? What just happened? Okay. Drunken spool. I swear there's more than one wafer. Okay. Well, hold on. That wafer just ran away. There we go. That's a very, very thin wafer. Wow. Like, look how thin that wafer is. That is super thin. Okay. I feel like there's... Okay, yeah. Oh. Okay. I'll show you that one in a second, but that surprised the heck out of me. I'm glad I could find everything and nothing was lost, because that pin is a beauty. Number 2 is homemade, but it's fairly tame compared to the rest of them. Number 3, okay. Looks like... Oh, I was supposed to say looks like he alternated springs, but... Okay. We're almost at 9 minutes. I'll try to hurry this up. I don't think there's anything done upstairs. Okay. Alright, let me zoom in. Let me move my camera a little bit so the legs aren't in the way. Alright, here we go. So number 1, the one that tried to jump out at me. So it's a drunken spool with 1 serration that had this little floating wafer. And the floating wafer had 1 serration as well. Then this super thin wafer was up top to prevent the needle point from messing up the spring. So that was beautiful. The first key pin is unmodified. Second key pin reduced diameter serrated, paired up with this nice spool with a sharp lip. Third key pin is unmodified, paired up with that, whatever you want to call that. Fourth key pin is also unmodified. Fourth driver pin is a serrated spool with a very thin waist and something in the middle. Does that move? No. Okay. So there's a serration in the middle of that as well. Beautiful work, Fast Charlie. Fifth key pin is also unmodified. Fifth driver pin is a tiny little T-pin with a serration above that. Sixth key pin has 3 serrations, and up top we have another just beautiful serrated. Look at that craftsmanship, that is amazing. So, all of the key pins, I should say all of the short key pins were unmodified. The long ones, the overset traps, had serrations. That was how I used to make challenge locks, where I only modify the longest ones, and I know the Fast Charlie now modifies most of them as well, but I kind of just modify everything just in case. I mean, some of these are so short there's really no chance of someone oversetting them, but you never know. Wouldn't hurt to try. Alright guys, that's what I have. This beautiful challenge lock, March Forward, pinned up by Fast Charlie. Fast Charlie, thank you very much for making this. I'll put a link to Fast Charlie's channel below. If you haven't, you should go check him out. He's an excellent lockpicker. He is really good. A lot better than I am, but I am always working at it, always practicing. So, alright, that's all I have. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. If you want to trade challenge locks with me, send me an email. We can work something out. And that's all I have. Thanks for watching.